Hello and welcome to Sonic.exe. Oh wait, this one is Spirits of Hell. This is the first ending I ever got because I refused to take any other ending before it, and it is the true ending. Now, I have been recording for a few days in order to show when I first completed this ending. And this is just the successful run sped up by about 1.4 times to shorten it as much as possible. Aside from that, I have also gone out my way to collect every single life that's in the season. And by the end, I will have 11 lives, but I cut out the parts where I died because it would have extended this video in an unnecessarily long amount of time. I have also thrown in my own little text showing the correct choices and what choices choose if you collect the green ring, which I believe I collected every single time, as well as just the decisions associated with the green
Sonic
ring
as quick as possible.
to show what would have happened if I didn't collect it.
It's getting worse. What if I'm next?
That is what it is.
No, Tails, snap out of it. Have to be brave. I think I see someone in the distance. Sonic! Thank God I found you. Sonic?
Now, believe it or not, every other time I played this game, I never made it past the Knuckles part because I refused to take any other ending, as I said. The only other ending I even looked at was the Tails and Knuckles duo.
What's with your gloves?
And I died because I phased through one floor and completely failed another. Because I got there with 2 lives because I failed Eggman's section. But yeah, outside of that, I'll probably put up a video showing all the failed attempts from when I started recording this game. In like a week or 2 after I finish putting it all together while removing the parts where I restarted the game to prevent from having to completely die with a single character or 2 characters. Now, what I did not show was how to collect the black rings. Oh, yeah, I guess I can go over that while Tails is busy running up that hill. Yeah, Tails, once you find the first dead animals, I personally just go to the red or green ring because, well, the green ring's already there, I may as well collect it, and then go all the way back to the tornado and the black ring. Now, the black rings are only meant for solo endings, so they are essentially useless for the ending I went for, hence why I didn't go out of my way to collect them. I have also somewhat learned the patterns for the Sonics, and the fact that they're actually moving even before you can see them. So for the first life, when you get there, if you get there, you can usually wait about until the 51-second mark, and then you're safe to move to the second one, as will be shown here in probably about 5 seconds. And then about 56, I believe, Sonic shows up. Okay. 101. And then again at 151 after I do this neat little thing where you can just glide over half the map. Oh yeah, and the reason I'm not using the springs is because that instantly alerts Sonic to you. Fun little thing, I actually went over to the game guild and saw that a couple people were struggling with this game. And unfortunately, it is actually a really challenging game. I would tell you it's like easy, but no. I literally have 12 plus hours of failed attempts. Yeah, at 201 is the first check by the time I made it there. And then I think it's about after like 7 seconds you can jump and usually make it if you're running at full speed. Now you don't want to actually hit those springs because they get bounce you into spikes, but aside from that, yeah, you survive with tails. Congrats, you've now done the easiest of the three in my opinion.
For now.
Now, Knuckles is actually hard because you don't particularly
but I have
time the
plans.
sections. You do actually wind up with death because you get locked in a section that is actually really hard to escape. Again, you'll probably see that in one of the failed attempts in the video when I finish making it. But this, I actually learned that you can essentially just skip all the triggers for it and just glide to the end, which I don't think I did with this successful attempt. Oh, I did. So yeah, there isn't actually a roof there, so you can climb to about 23 seconds, which I think is when I jumped. Yeah. Gliding until about 50 seconds carries you to just past the loading screen and just above the floor. Knuckles starts gliding really fast, actually. I don't know if I hit the proper trigger this first time around, or if I hit the floating Sonic first. I think I hit... Oh, yep, I hit the floating Sonic. So instead I just run a little bit further to the right and... Very. Aside from that, I actually slowed this down for fun. And it's just an illusion. Neat little thing, I learned that if you let go of the Z button while gliding, that's what stops you from gliding. It's not a press, let go, and then press again. And you can initiate an immediate spin dash after dropping. The reason I don't immediately go is because the section right after that is actually one of the tougher sections to escape from. Because the pit actually is really tough to get out of and survive with Sonic. There's the green ring for Knuckles. I tried to do the parkour, but I failed. So I immediately launch up using a spin dash for extra height. I run onto the platform. I usually have more than enough speed to just get over the corner, and then I run past the next two sections. The red ring ends. I failed the spring jump a couple of times. And then I collect the other red ring and just dash it across the platforms, which aren't actually as against you as I thought they were. Now this is actually one of the ones I had less trouble with, because despite Sonic spawning quite literally next to you, you will usually be fast enough.
2 switches. Which one should I press?
Oh yeah, I also did figure out, I actually read some of the wiki in between attempts to see if I could get tips on where I should go for Eggman and Knuckles. Well, not Knuckles, specifically Eggman. Because I actually could not remember which life I want to choose.
That stupid hedgehog is in my base. Robots, find this nuisance.
So after like spending 40 minutes trying to figure that out, I did that correctly. But aside from that, there is like a second and a half of charge time. There is no in-between jump, or else I probably would have used that more often than not. But yeah. Here's the green ring. I hit the spring the first time. I think the second time as well. Nope, I do get it the second time. And then in the time section, You do actually have some movement at the beginning, making it slightly unpredictable of where you spawn. But aside from that, you should always use a fully charged speed boost and then a mini jump.
Go now!
Don't immediately mini jump, or there's a higher chance you'll hit the ceiling there. Or wall.
Metal Sonic! Destroy Sonic! Scratch and Rounder, follow me!
Oh yeah, and for some reason, I did just now realize I should probably note this. I hit the skip button
You thought
on
sending your
the
best
Tails
robot was smart?
Green Ring survival
This
because
will be too
I
easy.
did something for some reason.
Sonic! Scratch! Rounder! Attack! What? Are you scared of this?
Leading
It's your only hope.
to you guys not seeing Tails get lifted up and nearly shuffled to the plane prop. Aside from that, we're good. But yeah, other than that, what I recommend for the Eggman section is once you learn the timing, yeah, go for the route I'm showing here. It is the shortest that I know of, and I at least learned it semi-consistently. I did decide to wait out this shield so I could guarantee I would have the thing. But yeah, after waiting for that to come back, I usually charge up, then press the shield button. I'll jump over the first gap, patiently wait over that one, couple charge jumps here, and then you just pulse your mini jump. You can usually get through this once you learn it. Keyword once. It took me more than a few tries, I'll say.
You're not dead.
Yeah,
Something
hopefully
done right.
smooth transition.
You have to do it yourself.
I definitely don't think that was a smooth. But yeah, I lost like 5 lives. I think the first one failed because I just accidentally passed the point when it turns to hard mode, so I didn't have time to actually charge up and wait for my shield. Then yeah. This game is kind of muscle memory. But once you get through that, you kind of just have a nice little stroll. Because at this point, you're so far ahead of Sonic that he can't catch you. And then activate your shield so you don't die from the illusion at the end there.
A giant ring! I have no choice. This is my only way out.
And if you do that, you should reach the palace, which I personally found 2 lives
I hope he hasn't seen my
after a bit of exploring, of course. This is like the longest part to me because there is not as much to do. Because, you know, the excitement comes from surviving. I think this one. Yeah, this one's Exceller. Yeah. Surviving Exceller is the funnest part, which makes sense. Because that is the part that has the most creativity in it. I mean, I love the designs of these levels as well. But they do kind of confuse me still. I still don't have a 100% clue on what's every crevice. But I did actually find a nice little secret that I actually used to skip part of the level. And there it is. And then there's the end of Tails.
I need to get to the master.
Forward immediate wall, because of course there's an immediate wall, because why wouldn't I be able to spin that across every level? And then these pillars are my most hated rivals. Not the Knuckles on the Eggman stage. Speaking of which, actually no, I'll wait until the Eggman section to actually talk about that. But yeah, Knuckles' section is kinda tricky, as in, like, it loves to troll you. Yeah, I grab onto the spring there. And then I believe after I teleport through this, I climb the left wall in order to gain extra life. And I also learned that the top of this wall is actually walk-throughable, and you'll see. Well, I hope you'll see. Yeah, I essentially spent the majority of the rest of this time just gliding, because I actually believe I run into another wall and jump off it or something. But yeah, after like a minute I turn around and actually reach the exit on the opposite side of the intended route. But luckily, I move so fast because of the Knuckles gliding that it doesn't actually feel that painful. And there we go.
Knuckles! You're alive! How long were you here?
I saw your message, Tails. What the hell happened with Sonic?
It's a long story, but I'll tell you later, though.
And here's the Eggman section, which I kinda show
The same place I attended this day.
me not being able to time the second jetpack jump. For an embarrassing amount of time. I promise you, I did actually get good in this one. Yeah. Here's the thing I was talking about earlier. You can use the charge of the jetpack after you charge the jetpack. Or wait, you can charge up the jetpack, and if you hit a spring with it, you actually gain your normal movement back. So you can save that charge shot for when you actually need it, without having to charge it in the moment. Which is actually something I slightly used in the Eggman section previously. That was when I fell through the platform and you still heard the jetpack noise. I used that to hold on to the jetpack while I wait until I actually have to use it. Hence why I got such a big speed boost after jumping off the side with the jetpack. Here I did not jump before activating my jetpack, nor charge it long enough, so I had to get back on the platform. And this pillar stands still with barely any view of the next platform you're intended to go on. Now, I probably honestly could have just jetpacked over that, but I decide I'm gonna charge up another jetpack boost. Which I then fail to use. So instead I use it here, which bounces me off the roof. Full charge here, and I'm very quick. And that's the end. Yes, I love charging that jetpack.
What are you doing here? Did you turn Sonic into that creature? What? Are you stupid? Sonic tried to kill me. I barely escaped my base.
No, it can't be Eggman. I saw him through the cameras on my computer.
There are cameras in my base.
Now that
Okay,
does
It's
reckon...
no time to be thinking about this. We need to think about what we're going to do next.
When I was hearing him, I felt like I was going crazy. I felt like there was some illusions or something.
Illusions. A red ring caused me to fall into illusion. It gave me a massive headache.
So he can create illusions too. Knuckles, what about the Master Emerald?
Wait, the Master Emerald wants to show us something.
So while no one's talking, Tails has brought up so many questions with his single statement of he saw Eggman through the cameras.
So, a creature corrupted Sonic.
I knew something was wrong with Sonic. We need to get to my base, immediately!
Oh, I didn't realize they cut out the actual talk where they agreed to go to Sky Sanctuary. Oh, my bad. You'll probably see it. I learned that there's about a 6 to 7 second interval between pillars. And also Eggman loves to get stuck on the bottom sides of the screen. Hence why I'm not going all the way to the bottom, because otherwise he gets stuck, which getting stuck is terrible when you want to avoid moving target, especially after like the bit when he gets even faster. I believe he gets one more speed boost after this. And then comes the Knuckles section. I do vaguely remember watching the video myself like a while back, like I'm talking a few years ago, and I thought Sonic was actually faster than that whole, for the entire time before that. Anyways, here's the Knuckles part of the boss fight where, as long as you properly time your jumps after getting hit, or in my case, to get on the wall. As long as you face the right, you essentially can't lose your range if you jump into it. Now I prefer to actually just avoid the attacks because I'm terrible at collecting rings, even when the direct path of them. As will probably be shown after I show off half a dozen tails on Tails. Now I did actually get an interesting glitch on Tails that will be shown in a couple minutes. That's how you recollect your ring. The red orb, or flash, or whatever that thing is. I still don't exactly know what that is. I'm still not 100% sure how some of these things hit me. At this point, I just want to hit the thing. I'm pretty sure if that was not the last hit, I would have actually died there. So, VFE, I made it through the Knuckles section.
One of your flying robots could help us, and I could fly there
Now,
and save Knuckles.
Tails' part is another devil.
Just hang on.
All right, Here
Because
we
you
go.
have to avoid not getting hit into a wall the entire time. You have to make sure you don't get hit
Let him
and
go
fly
right
the
now.
robot below the wind zone. There's a lot of things you have to manage that are within your power and not in your power. For example, those purple shots, I believe, target the robot, not Tails. Oh yeah, also the hitbox on Sonic is actually rather small. I'm not exactly certain where the hitbox begins and where the hurtbox for Sonic begins, but I know I hit it enough times to beat it. Well, not in this attempt, but you'll soon see why I'm going to beat this part of the attempt. There we go! And then I wait for a while to see if Time Up will kill me. It does not, so I actually got back here
Knuckles is in danger.
through separate means that you'll see. All I'm gonna say right now is button mashing for the win. It actually happens twice. Doesn't quite happen as quickly this time around. Or is this one? No, this part is not when I succeed. This is the second time the thing happened where I went to the heavens despite being in Sky Sanctuary. Oh yeah, and I also learned that after a period of time, the projectiles for at least the Soul's attack stopped showing up, despite the sound effect still playing. Yeah, you saw that little thing there where I bounced down and then back up into the robot? That's what I mean by you have to manage how you land. Because if you miss that, you are dead. Oh, there's the phase. Me attempting to escape the second time because I didn't think I'd do the thing a second time around, so I wanted to try and get out, but I actually gave up much faster this time. And just got an instant of Sonic.exe. You may notice the extra sounds. That's because I actually left the other two versions going at the same time because I wanted to see if I'd ever die in them. And also I thought I might end up with like 99 instances open, which I thought would be very funny, but no, this is actually the successful attempt and I did not get any more of that. So do not trust every sound you hear. But I believe it takes me just over a couple minutes to beat Sonic. Lasers here on the next one, I believe? No. Yes. Man, am I glad I somehow remembered all of this, because I'm actually recording this like 2 days ago. Or, sorry, I'm voicing this over 2 days after I completed this, so I'm trying to remember things as I go. Which, luckily, it hasn't been too bad. So, while I get absolutely obliterated, let me go ahead and do the thing. If you're liking this video so far, hit the like button. And if you're enjoying most of the content on my channel, it would be better to subscribe to see more of it.
Now!
Oh yeah, and that little jump was because I spent some time closing the other version.
Run!
Yes, I specifically
sorry,
changed
Sonic.
the text on the top one for this because green rings will not save you. And naturally, there is a specific dialogue
We
change
did!
if you choose
All
that
three of us!
the wrong
That was the
option
strangest adventure
with Knuckles
I've
and
ever been
EX.
part of.
So many deaths because of that creature. I don't know what to do.
Don't give up! We know this
Also,
is a
I
hidden
do
spot.
not know how to decipher the debug code. So, the end scene, or what I'll call the outros for simplicity's sake, is actually just doing the thing again. To access the secret boss that was originally meant for the Knuckles Eggman. Or no. Aside from this, that I believe this is all just credits in the sneak peek for the second round, which I did about the same thing for. That will come in like a week or two. Well, it'll come after every single attempt for this. But I'm still recording the endings as of voicing this over. No wait, I completed all the endings. I even did a little thing to go over in my head, make sure I have all the endings. So yeah, I have recorded all the endings for the second round of Spirits of Hell, otherwise known as Sally.exe Whisper of Soul. Also, I cannot read the restroom, so that's why I'm not mentioning any of it. And then it goes to the Who Survived This Nightmare? Which, hooray, I did it! It was the first ending I achieved in this game. And I will say again that I had never even completed the Knuckles section before you started recording this, so there's no worries of me getting another ending off camera.
Miss Amy, are you sure we will find cheese? We've explored everywhere.
Trust me, we will find him. Hey, let's split up. You go to the bingo forest, and I'll explore this forest.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Cheese likes all things bingo.
And that's where they screwed up.
Ready for round 2.
Yeah, I already beat it. I actually enjoyed the second round way too much. See, I did show you guys the thing. Yeah, the level select menu. Still have no idea what the code is, I just mashed buttons. The first two are each individual section of the game, then after that comes the Tails solo, Knuckles solo, Eggman solo, into Tails-Knuckles duo, Tails-Eggman duo, and Knuckles-Eggman duo. And then each individual section of the boss fight. I go ahead and go into the Tails.exe extra fight, because I thought, oh, well, it might be worth a try. And because I immediately saw the spark, I figured I must have to hit those with Tails, which was correct. And then I did a dumb, thinking I could charge up this jetpack here. And then it crashes. Oh yeah, have a good day.